Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Orange Galen, and today we're going to be watching Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest episode 20 and 21. So, I am excited because after defeating Alderaan, White Mage Toka, tried to use a spell to transport them all back to apparently another parallel world called Elentir, but that failed and they ended up back in Edolas. And it's exciting to be back in Edolas because you see a lot of familiar faces. Again, kind of the same thing, but for them it's been 9 years and not like 2.5, 3 for the normal Fairy Tail people because Tenro and the time skip thing. Anyway, Natsu and Lucy in that world have a kid, Nasha. And so again, I said it in the video, or my last reaction, but it's just like everywhere except the main canon universe, or like or not Edolas, Earthland, Nalu is canon. It's just funny that way. Anyway, so they met up with Mistigan in the capital, and it was nice to see like all of these kind of like all of these like familiar places and then familiar faces again, and learned that the Anima project kind of had a second thing to it, and apparently Selene is not only just the moon dragon god, but it can also dimension hop, or world hop. So that's fun. So they have to deal with that now. So they also need to get out of Edolas, and Toka White Mage is also there because she tried to bring the 100 Years quest with her, but the spell didn't exactly work because it's not exactly her magic. It's the Exceed's Toka's. And I'm thinking that Toka, the Exceed, came from Elentir, so that's why there's that whole like unaccounted for Exceed thing Carla is talking about. And their world is in trouble because of Selene for some reason. Is it going to get devoured by the moon or something like that? Or is it just the moon, like the sun's disappeared and the moon is like holding it hostage or something like that? I don't know. Something that I would have liked to see, just kind of like a little side character moment, but I don't think it would have fit entirely, is if Natsu asked Edolas Natsu, is like, hey, did you have a brother at any point? A brother named Zareth? Or is there anybody named Zareth in this world? No? Okay. Just something like that. Just like, hey, about this, I found out that I had a brother that was 400 years, like, that has lived for 400 years, so, yeah, it's probably one of those questions where it's like they don't really want to figure that out, or, like, try to answer that with the time jumpage, like the 400-year thing, and then also it's like, where's Urza's parents, you know? So, yeah, maybe there, again, it could be a whole other thing that they just don't want to get into it. I mean, it doesn't exactly work. Yeah, so far, 100 Years Quest is doing... I like it. I do feel it's moving a little fast. Kind of like we're just immediately going from one thing to the next thing with like maybe 10 minutes of just kind of downtime in the middle. We're definitely moving kind of fast. And while that's good, it's also kind of one of those things where it's just like, you need that breakage sometimes, like more than just the 10 minutes of just bath time or just them goofing off, traveling from a place, you know? And with this, they cut out the travel time completely with Toka transporting them to Edolas, which leads them into the next thing. Of course, now they have to figure out how to get out of Edolas because nobody has any magic, and the anima is not a thing anymore that they can use. So, maybe Selene is going to hop in at some point. Who knows? Of course, she's maybe in Earthland. Maybe she sensed them leaving. Yeah, don't really have anything else to say. So, let's start the episode.
Selene, the moon dragon god?
Selene.
That's one of the ones we're after.
You weren't supposed to tell anyone!
Well,
It doesn't really matter.
You should know. Right now we're on a quest to hunt that dragon. Sir!
Just barely got that sir in.
Mistigan, do you and Selene actually know each other?
You are to call him your majesty!
She's a very powerful dragon who moves between worlds.
What's more, there's been much speculation that her very existence was the cause of Project Anima's ultimate failure.
If magical energy was stolen from her world, she could just cross over and reclaim it.
Oh, okay.
It's the opposite of our problem. The level of magical energy they have there is dangerously high.
You mean
Interesting.
it has more magical energy than Earthland?
It's hard to imagine what an overabundance of it would even
Uh-oh.
Something's going through your mind right now, huh, Natsu?
What is that?
Ring of water?
Get back, Your Majesty!
And this is where Toka comes.
Toka! I'm so glad that you're safe!
Uh-huh.
How could this happen? That spell!
It's good to see you.
Oh, Michigan recognizes it?
Yeah, but why are you here?
And like, how are you even here?
It's the Aqua Eris spell. Basically,
Aqua
it opens
Eris.
a portal between worlds. But I'm afraid we find ourselves in a bit of a pickle.
Unite heart to heart. Oh, they changed dragons. Again, it's nice to see the castle again, even though it's...
You're from Elentir?
We were actually talking about that place right before you showed up.
Exceeds live there? Wow, I had no idea.
We do.
Okay, there's more of them there.
I said I came from Elentir, but it's more accurate to say I was brought from there. Moments ago, I learned that the White Mage is also from Elentir. I believe she possessed my body back in our homeworld and took me away. Basically, she used my body and my Aqua Eris spell to travel to Earthland.
Okay.
For what reason?
Yeah, what reason? It's probably Selene. Selene.
I was only trying to save my homeland. When we woke up, our personalities were very unstable.
Yeah, the cat
Sometimes
thing.
she was in control, other times it was me. I don't remember much.
Is it because of the overabundance of magic? That's why she wants to white out the magic, you know?
She used an unstable Aqua Eris spell to send herself as well as all of you here.
That was her?
I see now. Toka and the White Mage both got what they need to.
Oh, come on! Don't take a nap because you're too confused!
If I had to guess, she was attempting to send you over to Elentir.
Why would she send us there?
They may be the only hope we've got left.
She thinks we could save your world?
The hell? She never asked us if we wanted to go.
I wonder if they're gonna put two and two together to realize that she's also here in Edolas.
So what exactly is the problem in Elentir? Well, as far as I could tell, it's a very peaceful place. I don't know. I don't actually understand what the White Mage is thinking.
None of this stuff is making sense to me. I say let's go back to Earthland. We can ask her what her deal is. Little Nasha can come too!
I don't think so, Natsu!
Yeah, man. Obviously, we're bringing Gray.
No way!
Unfortunately, there are some issues that need sorting out before we can do anything.
First of all, how to get magic to cast a spell again.
The White Mage is in Edolas as well. We can't let her stay, but we don't know where she is. Besides, there's a far bigger obstacle preventing our return.
Yeah, the lack of magic.
So I'm unable to use my Aqua Eris spell again while I'm here.
So are you telling us we can never go back home?
Hold on, Exceed. Majesty, we do still have an X-Ball. I believe that may be...
Oh yeah, the X-Balls.
Great, back up.
The heck's an X-Ball.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Natsu wouldn't know because they force-fed him when he was unconscious.
Urza, bring it at once.
Sir!
They only have one?
If this will allow me to help my dear old
So they're gonna
friends,
give it to,
I'd say it's
Toka?
absolutely worth it. I'll ask our fairy tale guild to help look for the White Mage.
they still have those ridiculous helmets.
Your Majesty! We've received word from Fairy Tale that they captured a woman who matches the target's description.
Oh, wow!
I guess it's time for us to get going.
As always, thank you for your help.
I feared I would never see you all again, so I'm happy to lend a hand. It sounds like you're involved in a dangerous situation, but there's no doubt in my mind that you will overcome it together.
that's right. We promise.
God damn that
Thank you,
outfit.
sir.
Say hello to Lillian the Master.
So long!
Later.
Bye-bye.
Scarlet, back in your homeworld, Is His Majesty there too? Please cherish him. I promise I will.
It's Edo Wendy!
Check it out.
Huh? The White Mage!
Very... well, it's very unsure without her magic.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I may have gone a little crazy.
Tell us about yourself. Who are you? And what's your objective?
My real
Note
name
time.
is Faris, and
Ferris?
I come from Elentir. I arrived in Earthland a few years ago due to a certain request.
That doesn't add up to me. Because according to Jalal, you've been in Earthland for at least 100 years.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was not my doing. At one point in time, the White Mage cult, called Rebellious, was run by someone who went by the White Mage. But her current whereabouts are unknown. I had used my whiteout magic to take over her
so there's...
position.
No way! You're not even the
Well,
actual
there's
White
another
Mage!
White Mage.
There's a real one out there somewhere!
I was on a mission to turn the magical energy
Maybe
of
Selene,
Earthland
maybe not.
completely white. Because I wanted to save Elentir, my home. Elentir has the opposite problem as Edolas. There's so much magical energy that it can barely contain it all. Like a volcano about to erupt.
Are you serious? I never got that feeling.
Ordinary people can't detect it, but for countless generations now. My family has served as shrine maidens who erase excess magical energy.
They get rid of magic?
A few times every year, the wizards with the power of Whiteout must erase all the surplus magical energy, or our entire world will explode from the buildup.
Sounds like they could use their own face.
One day, a woman named Selene paid me a visit rather unexpectedly.
I want you to erase the magical energy within Earthland.
Why would you ask me to do that?
There are 5 dragons, including myself.
You're a dragon?
Yes. Look, although people call us the 5 dragon gods, it's not like we get along or work together. They're dangerous, so they must be eliminated.
But why would you ask me to do this?
I have traveled to many different worlds, but in all my journeys, I've never found a wizard who could erase magical energy. Until I came here, of course.
But this has absolutely nothing to do with our world.
Au contraire, it has everything to do with you. As long as other dragons exist in Earthland,
So-
I can barely find the time to get my beauty rest. And if you don't
Yeah.
kill the other 4 for me, I will do with Elentir whatever I please.
So, Ferris or Eris comes from a line of
And you know that
people that
refusing
can
my
white out
request was not
magic.
an option.
I do. But if you have that much magical energy, can't you do it yourself?
It's possible that I could manage to kill one of them, but that would mean I run the risk of getting killed myself. Our powers are basically equivalent. To truly have the advantage over them, I would need your power.
Not long after, I took over Toka's body and traveled to Earth.
And that's why she wanted
I
Alderaan
assumed control of the
to
White
help out
Magic cult.
with that.
And as a result, I started following the creed of white magic like the believers, and lost myself in the process. Selene's plan was to put the reins on Alderaan using Whiteout. Utilize his immense power, and make him fight the other dragon gods. I destroyed all the orbs as I was instructed to by Selene. I was told that doing so would cause Alderaan to become vulnerable.
But all that just ended up bringing him back. Why would Selene lie to you in the first place?
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
But I do know I was deceived by her.
But when you tried to white him out exactly the way she asked you to, he ended up being revived instead.
And also, she couldn't do that herself.
You said that you're scared because you think she's gonna destroy Elentir. Are you sure?
Can't you try to negotiate with her?
What? Problem is, negotiation usually happens between 2 equal powers.
Absolutely not.
And here she is.
To be perfectly candid, I never had one iota of interest in Earthland or Little Aldo.
No, Selene!
This is her?
A hole in the sky. What is that? An anima?
That's Aquaera!
On the other hand, I'm loving Elentir. I've even chosen to make it my home. So now my plan is to kill the humans that live there, just a few at a time. You see? It's brilliant. Such a fun way to solve the excess magic issue.
I'm confused. Why did you make me do all this?
Earthland's dreadfully boring. Surely a gigantic rampaging dragon would liven things up, right?
So
Well, they had
your
that,
plan
but
was actually to revive him?
Yes, although I must admit I never expected him to be beaten in such a way. I suppose hibernation made him weak.
How dare you?
I just get so bored, you know.
no,
I
she's
need
one
the
of
world
those
to be distorted
characters.
beyond imagination. Elentir's perfect for that. There's no end to how far it could go.
I'm begging you to stop this.
So many ways to twist your world. I'll make it unrecognizable.
No, okay, she's one of those. Again,
Whatever you
as
want to
in,
be, but please don't destroy my world!
Don't you realize Elentir is already broken?
Screw you, lady!
and he got the X ball.
Igneal's child and slayer of Alderaan. Little brother to Ignea. You're special. So we can play.
Okay.
What? How's she using magic here? And why did it get so dark? It's already nighttime! She's distorting the world!
Come with me to Elentir.
What's she doing?
Like a kitsune dragon.
How is this possible? Oh no! No, it's happening!
And they're gone. And they're in Elentir now. Well, that solved one problem.
The sky just went dark all of a sudden. Now it's daytime? Where did everyone go? Well, whatever they're facing, they've got this. Goodbye, and good luck, Mini-Me!
They really need it.
Oh no!
Yep, healing. Yeah, okay, she can use magic.
That's a relief!
Okay, the sky is very green. It's almost like a green screen.
Are we all standing on top of the clouds or something? It's just so bizarre.
Maybe those clouds are,
In Elentir. It's the world Ferris and
it's like, maybe the clouds are like solidified magic.
It's time to play, Fire Dragon's child.
Thank you so much for your help. I feel much better. The power of your healing magic's incredible.
Just stay still for now. Wait, the wound's closed already? But how?
Yep, the overcharged magic.
This is
Oh, Natsu's gonna have to watch out whenever he uses his flames. Actually, they all... Oh! I just realized...
Oh, so cozy.
Probably Lucy's gonna have the best advantage here.
So if we ride on it, would that make it count as a vehicle?
Did you really have to bring that up?
We need to find Selene ASAP.
Because Lucy's problem has always been the lack of, like, magic that she has access to. But now, since there's so much of it, she might be, like, one of the most OP people here. And strangely enough, I think Urza might be the least, because her armors give her power. Oop,
That was
oh
quite
boy.
a heroic little speech now, wasn't it?
Did you just say something? What's
Was
up?
not expecting that.
Must be the wind!
Please forgive me. Seems coming to a place overflowing with magical energy caused me to wake up unexpectedly.
It did feel like Ferris healed really quickly. Thank you for the extra boost.
Please don't mention it. I'm sure I'll fall back asleep soon. But listen, Wendy. Be on guard. The magical energy here is different.
Yeah, okay.
So how are we supposed to find her?
Natsu's
anyway?
out.
I think we should go to my hometown. I'm sure someone there will know something.
Great idea!
You should know, I'm not doing this for you. I'm simply repaying Fairy Tale for all the help they've given me. And of course, I'd do anything for Happy!
Now what?
It's below us!
Alright, they have a whole other world to play with now. Oh dear.
Whoa! What the heck?
Okay, there's the hands.
A hand?
It's giant!
Is this part of like the whiteout spells?
A hand.
It is a hand.
Yeah, we obviously see that.
Why is a big ol' hand coming out of the ocean?
Oh! You don't
Is that
have
part-
these in
yeah.
Earthland?
I don't understand.
It's a bit creepy.
Nothing to worry about. These hands would never hurt anyone.
There's a weird pattern on it.
There is. That's new.
I thought you knew about these things!
I've never seen one that looked like this!
It's trying to snatch us up!
Please don't hurt me, giant hand!
Grab him and then. Okay, I can.
Oh, damn it!
Even though I haven't watched it, Dragon Ball Z.
Now where are we?
Snow? Hey, what's the big idea, Gray?
I didn't make the snow fall! Wait, fall?
Well, actually, hold up.
Falling up from the ground. I mean, I guess this isn't really falling, technically speaking.
Weird, but where is everyone?
We're split up?
Oh boy.
Not
Uh-oh.
good, since we don't even know this world. Man.
I can't smell them.
Well, I guess we need to go and look for them.
Where did everyone go? I really don't want to be all by myself in some weird parallel world.
Hello there. Oh, never mind. Not hello there.
No, I don't even have my keys with me!
Uh-oh.
And since I'm not able to use my celestial magic, there's only one other thing that I know to do!
Star Dress.
Somebody please help me!
Oh. Okay. Oh, she can call spirits now without her keys?
Whoa! You heard me?
My utterly gorgeous lady calls. Of course I move.
And also, Taurus did something. I'm gonna adjust the
My
light.
keys are way off in another world.
I guess because this place is thick with magic, kind of like you.
Oh, but that's it.
I'm
Interesting.
trying to get the light to work here.
Where are we?
Looks like a town.
I don't sense anybody.
Mm-mm.
There! What are they?
Oh boy,
They're not people
shadow people.
or monsters. It's magical energy on the moon.
They're closing in. Get ready, Wendy.
Right. So, Selene chose to bring these humans here.
Yeah, okay.
Come on then. Show me what you've got. You might actually surprise me. Maybe you're fit to be her playthings.
Ah, boy. Okay. So there's again, a lot happened in that episode. What's her name again? Ferris? Ferris. Okay. Faris. I like to try to get the correct spelling of names. So, Ferris is the name of the person, and she's from Elentir, and I guess comes from a shrine collective family that specializes in whiteout magic to help balance out Elentir's overabundance of magic. Yeah, and Elentir has that problem, so every once in a while they all have to try to eliminate the magic, which might work. And those big old hands just came out of nowhere, and tattoos. So I guess that's just because, I want to say that's because of Selene's distortion of the world. And like I said, she's one of those people who just gets amusement out of messing with everything. Just because she's bored and because she can. Yeah, and then also doesn't particularly care about humans. And then we have a new character that just popped up at the very end of that episode. Yeah, I actually got most of that, so I'm not really going to explain it all that much. But like I said, I did say that I thought Lucy was going to be the strongest there, but she doesn't have her keys because she got taken without her magic. But apparently she can still call upon the spirits because she has a lot of magic, I guess. And again, Taurus did something for once. Though it wasn't against a main villain, it was just against a monster, so don't know if that counts. So I wonder if she can still use star dresses and all that in the star dress duos. Of course, again, since she doesn't have her keys, I guess it should take more energy to summon them. But Taurus said that he came on his own accord or hurt her and came through himself, maybe? I don't know. But I guess that kind of balances out the key thing. So maybe it balances out if she had her keys, she'd be more OP I guess that way. And everybody's separated, and Irene is back. Because there's a lot of magic, but she's like, yeah, I'm probably going to be going to sleep again soon. Yeah, and then there's that whole Dragon Ball reference with the floating clouds. I, again, haven't watched it, don't know enough about it. Just to head that off, I don't plan on watching it for a reaction or whatever. I might watch it just on my own, just because it's Dragon Ball, and I haven't. Surprise, surprise, I haven't watched Dragon Ball. I know kind of the main... I shouldn't even say that. I barely know anything, but anyway. So there's a lot of effery going around. God, words. English is not fun. Yeah, so let's go on to episode 21. I almost said episode 2, but I mean, that wouldn't be wrong. Just it's episode 2 of this reaction. Also, it's really weird how, I guess, Ferris is kind of normal-ish. I didn't even touch about the whole that there's another White Mage out there. Because the White Mage disappeared, and then Toka took her place, and then got too deep into... had a little too much LDS, if you get that reference.
Well, yeah, I'll buy that. What about him?
Him? He's harmless. Back in the 60s, he was part of the free speech movement at Berkeley. I think he did a little too much LDS.
LDS?
Drank too much of the Kool-Aid and got involved in the white magic shenaniganry. I feel like that's the weakest explanation of it, but also I guess it does make sense. And basically just got blackmailed by Selene to go to Earthland that way. Alright, now let's start the episode. Alright, starting out for this and the Shadow People.
Heaven's wheel! Trinity sword!
Oh, they reform. Yep, of course they would.
Normal attacks don't work on them.
What do we do?
You need to use concept enchantment.
Irene!
It's
Concept
not a curse, nor is
enchantment?
it some form of magic. It's spirit arts. These creatures are life forms created by the spirit arts. The caster must be nearby.
Wait, what's concept enchantment? I've never heard of that!
Yeah, same.
It's simple, actually. You know how you need ether nanos to use magic? Manipulating the spirit arts requires a similar element. It's called Spiria. You can find it accumulated in areas where the spirit
Spiria.
arts are being used. Collected and enchanted to your magic.
Concept.
If you add the concept of the spirit arts,
Enchant.
you can fight these things with your power.
I'll try! Thank you!
Alright, this time I'm really going to sleep. Good luck, little one.
A power that's similar to magical energy but different from ether nanos! I found it! Concept enchantment! Enchant Urza with the spirit arts! Go on, attack them! You did it!
Excellent job, Wendy.
Thanks. It's your mom you should be praising, though.
Now we can take them out!
Right! Well, not too bad. I suppose you're acceptable to be Lady Selene's playthings. I am one of the esteemed Lady Selene's trusted moonlight divinities. Now you face Yoko of the Demon's Parade. One of Selene's
Demon's
subjects?
Parade?
Prepare yourselves. You will see the true essence of yokai.
Are you sure this is the right direction, man?
No?
Stupid backwards blizzard's even worse now! Do something, will ya?
You're more than welcome to try and melt it!
I'm surprised the blizzard won't stop just to get away from you two bickering.
Who's that?
I am one of the moonlight divinities, Hakune of the snow, moon, and flowers.
Her scent. She smells like Selene.
Oh my, what a couple of fine gentlemen. You see, there are only women in the moonlight divinities. So when I see strong men like you, I just can't help it. I must rid myself of them.
Okay.
Miss Lucy! Don't ask why, but get undressed right now.
Why, you pervert?
Oh, I got this utterly strange feeling and figured a honey trap would be the right move.
That's better than just telling me to strip. Doesn't matter anyway, because my honey trap never works for some dumb reason.
Hey, you two. I'm a Moonlight Divinity. Mimi the Immovable, here to destroy you.
She's so huge!
Oh, please no.
Hold on. You're too seductive.
Yeah, she's magnificent.
That's why my honey traps don't really work. Only giants and bulls are into me.
I want to know what the original Japanese line for that is. Heart to heart. Let's meet again in an amazing future.
She's gotta be a power type.
You can count on me for power, moo.
Can we though? Yeah, she's not even trying.
In that case, Star Dress, Taurus Boy.
And she's gonna be like, oop.
Both of us push.
This ain't working. Yeah.
Miss Lucy.
Taurus, no!
Oh boy.
Naughty! I will not be tricked into defeat! On Lady Selene's honor!
Lady Selene? So she's one of her underlings.
Immovable blade!
The trees!
These are called the Spirit Arts. It's a power forged only by extreme mental focus.
Two men fighting against one woman just doesn't feel right, you know?
I don't care if I'm up against a man or woman, but 2-on-1 is unfair.
It's almost like there's 3 of us on the side.
There's no need to worry about that. For when it comes to numbers, we have the advantage.
Oh boy.
What'd you do?
So she also has ice powers?
Bring up to the surface the emotions buried deep down within a man's heart. Oh, Gray, my darling.
What the heck are you doing here?
My love, I'm here because I belong to you, right?
So cold! Is she some kind of puppet made of snow?
Yeah. Why?
He's covered in them.
Even Happy has more. Of course, that's because Juvia has chased off all the
My power
others.
will cause the women inside your hearts to drain the life out of you.
Come on, Natsu. You can touch me anywhere as much as you want.
Natsu's gonna be completely unaffected.
I've dreamed of someday being lucky enough to be your bride.
Natsu, let's take a bath together.
Why Urza?
We'll both
Well, I
be
guess.
naked.
You're like the big brother that I never had. You're the best.
Yeah, Natsu's gonna fire up.
See? A gentleman can never refuse the women he loves.
Oh, you haven't met Natsu.
What are you talking about? They don't smell like my friends at all.
Yeah, okay.
Cold to feel like love.
Oh, of course, Happy's.
We'll leave you to it.
Just, well, we'll leave you to it.
My spirit art doesn't work on you. Human compassion should stop you from raising a hand, even if they are puppets.
Okay.
You're vicious, but wonderful.
Okay.
As one of the Moonlight Divinities, I'll simply drain your life myself.
The Demon's Parade. Eton moment!
Okay, fun.
Are you okay?
Does she look okay?
The Demon's Parade. Fire cart! Smoke Warrior.
A monster made of smoke?
Technically speaking, it's a yokai.
The smoke! Can't breathe!
Alas, you failed. Turns out you're far too weak to be Lady Selene's plaything.
Already?
We got separated from everyone, never mind trying to find Selene.
Oh, it's just those two.
Honestly, I'm not sure there's really anything we can do.
Oh. We should go to Whiteout Temple.
Yeah? What's that?
It's a place where we Whiteout maidens spend our lives. The chief of the White Shrine Maidens
Okay,
might
he's
be
the...
able to point us in the right direction.
Let's go!
Fast like a cute little mouse.
Sagittarius? Oh, Aquarius.
Whoa! Another naughty outfit?
Aqua Mitoria!
No way! Yum, full of minerals. Immovable palm!
Open! Gate of the White Lamb Palace! Ares!
That's a new one.
I hope this will do for a nice soft cushion for you to land on. I'm so sorry.
You're able to control yokai like Yoko?
Oh, but I'm not a yokai. I'm so sorry about that.
Counterattack! Ares, go!
Oh, it feels so good! Fluffy!
Open, Gator! Set Scorpion!
It's wicked! Yeah, right. Immovable hurricane!
Oxymoron?
Oh, that was intense. Capricorn!
Ooh,
What
nice.
a formidable foe.
Yes. Despite your relatively thin frame, you seem to have a strong grasp on martial arts. However, so strong, you still have more training to do.
Oh no!
Or maybe the caster doesn't know how to fully utilize you.
What?
My Lady Lucy is still developing her skills.
That's such a pity. If you had a stronger caster, you could have engaged in battle with me using your full potential.
No. Whenever I am serving the Heartphilia family, I'm always at my happiest and most fulfilled.
Immovable combo strike!
Capricorn!
So wait, did you say the strength of the celestial spirits is connected to mine?
Who knows? At least, that's how it is in my friend Yoko's case.
I can summon them, and I can even do so without having to use any of the keys. But they're all weak because of me.
I mean, God damn it. This is getting right at Lucy's insecurities again.
How am I still so weak? I'm letting all of them down.
Feel that? What's with this power? There's a chill running up my spine. Is she freezing the magic?
Experience my diamond effect.
What? Why can't I use my fire? There's no way. How is she freezing me of all people?
And Happy's already gone.
My spirit arts can freeze anything. Magic energy, other spirit arts, spells. None of it can even come close to my incredible power.
Yeah, I feel like we've heard that before.
What a fine gentleman. And now within this icy facade you will forever rest in peace.
If my moonlight divinities are taking them all down, then that's no fun. What's more, I need to see them twisted even further. Can you hear me, my lovely daughters? New orders. Don't kill them. I've come up with a much better idea.
Oh boy.
It'll be a cruel and entertaining banquet.
Oh boy, what's gonna happen now? Alright. Are they under her control? Oh no, that's Selene. Never mind. I thought that was Lucy.
I have to take a
Oh,
bath
God.
3 times a day.
What kind of a pervert takes a bath in front of other people?
We dragons aren't really in the habit of wearing clothes. But when I'm in this form, I figured I should probably follow human customs.
Where are we anyway?
This
Yeah, I just realized most of the dragons
It's where the moon
that
lives
take
its
human
beauty
form
is
don't
most beautiful
really have a
all of
much in
Elentir.
clothing.
Luckily, in this world, the moon doesn't wax or wane.
Whatever, fight me! That's what you want, right?
Ah, well, not exactly. What I really want to do is have a bit of fun. Unlike some others, I'm not interested in eating humans or conquering the world. But drinking sake as I look at the beautiful moon and have a banquet?
Hold on. Are you actually a good guy?
No.
I don't see things in those kinds of terms, and if it's for my entertainment, I don't care if a few little worlds get twisted along the way.
I knew it! You are a bad guy!
What would happen if I flood Elentir with more magic? I have to wonder if the extra energy will cause chaos.
We heard it would just explode, lady.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
Regardless,
perhaps.
I wanted to play with the two of you first. So I invited you here. Now, it's time for the banquet.
Yes, ma'am!
Okay, a lot of women there.
What in the world?
Damn it! It smells so freaking good!
My, what a great body.
Don't touch me!
Yes, they both have impressively sculpted physiques.
Mr. Syoko, you're here, looking cute as always.
What the heck? What are they gonna do?
What is going on? And I don't like this at all.
Watching the helpless men all tied up. Yes, a perfect way to entertain. All right, everybody, let's sing and dance. 'Tis a banquet. Go crazy in the moonlit night.
Yeah, something's happening.
I think it's time. Yoko, is it ready?
Yep, it awaits your call, my lady.
I do hope you boys enjoyed these heavenly women.
What's that?
The moon's getting bigger?
I have a bad feeling there's going to be some sort of... Did he get transported to the moon or something?
You are now in the lowest level of Black Moon Mountain, a place where monsters reside. Onigatsuki, the demon moon. You two capable men have been dropped in different locations. Can you defeat the yokai and climb your way back up here? Please make sure you put on a good show for us. Or at least die trying.
Screw you, lady.
I'd rather put up a fight down here than party with you guys up there! Yokai demons, bring them on! I'm all fired up now! This one looks stupid. Iron Dragon, Iron Fist! Are these the toughest guys you could throw at me?
Eh, you're asking for it.
No problem! I'll be done in no time!
And of course there's a snake thing. Or
Feels like
labia
this one
thing.
might actually be a challenge. Some kind of snake yokai?
Oh dear. Oh no.
Your friend has become a type of yokai called Nureona.
But it also feels kind of amazing. Lucy, what are you doing? What the hell happened to you?
Oh, did they turn them into monsters?
This is too naughty! Thanks to Yoko's
I mean, yes.
spell, your friend has been transformed into a serpentine yokai.
Oh
So
god,
what
they...
will you do, son of the fire dragon? Seems she's got you all twisted up!
When did you get this strong?
Natsu.
Huh?
I'm going to devour you very slowly.
Ah, this is insane! Hey, get back to normal already!
Please be quieter when your face is buried in my bosom. It's a bit embarrassing.
You're the one who put me there! I bet I could just punch you back to normal.
No way!
Brute strength is everything for him?
More or less.
I like this guy. I don't think the two of us have ever fought for real.
Yeah, true.
We have.
Then let's go. This is gonna
Does she
be
still
fun.
have celestial
You
magic?
shouldn't underestimate me. My magical energy is through the roof in this form.
Okay, who's Gray gonna
Those
face?
were some perverted
Urza?
women. That was super weird. Looking at naked men while drinking sake and dancing. You know, when it comes to my clothes,
It's like an
it should
inverse
really
of
only
Fairy
be me
Tail.
that gets to take them off. Then, like Lucy would say, Gray, put your clothes on. But of course, Juvia would say,
Aw, are you really that worried about Miss Juvia,
Whoa,
Gray?
Wendy.
Okay.
Yep. But meow, I'm a super cute little monster cat. Isn't she adorable?
Yes, but why?
You know, it'd be really sad if you were allergic to cats. Because I'm gonna play with you a whole bunch. I'm gonna play with you to death. Meow.
it's hard to be scared of you when you're
God, this is almost insulting to Wendy.
Anyway, who did this to you, Wendy? Was it those crazy chicks? What happened to Carla?
Ah.
No way. You too?
Yokai Suiko.
Okay,
My
and
lives, one
Urza.
sure has grown a bit.
So cute!
Happy! Carla! Kill him right now!
What kind of nightmare is this?
Fire won't work on a Noreona.
That's like something Juvia'd say. Damn you!
Natsu, stop, please! It's me, Lucy!
No, don't fall for it.
Aqua Mitoria!
Where'd this magic energy come from? I had no idea you were this strong.
Thanks to our Yoko, her strength has increased exponentially. Not her magic power, her spirit power.
I thought this would be harder. Pathetic.
Now you've gone and pissed me off.
Oh, and here we go.
Lightning Fire Dragon Mode!
Hey, are you trying to kill Lucy?
Who is this?
Oh.
I hear you can summon the celestial spirits without the keys here. Oh, look at that, there's water. Don't worry, leave this to me.
Aquarius?
Interesting.
Was not expecting that.
As far as I can tell, that's no yokai. The drama between one man and two women. Yes, a love triangle.
You can stand down, Natsu. I know how to handle this one, even as a snake.
Handle me? You really think so? Because I've changed.
Was not expecting the sun in Aquarius. Oh, that's nice. Alright. Okay, so a lot of things were interesting. Not all of them I particularly liked. I'm never fond of like the mind control, like controlling somebody's emotions, mind, that kind of thing. I'm never a fan of that. I mean, it works thematically, just emotionally I hate it because that's one of those things that annoys me. Not annoys me, but it's just like, to get the phrase, grinds my gears. Like, just personally. I like it story-wise, just like emotionally, and that's why it's good, because it gets you emotionally. There we go, that's what I was trying to get at. So, a lot of new terms. Have the yokai, which I know is a Japanese thing. Let's see. I know it's like the spirit kind of things. Yeah, supernatural beings and spirits. So, they're like the spirit, yeah, they were talking about the spirit arcs, which is separate from magic, and what they say, separate from magic and something else, like Ether Nano, I guess. So I had a couple of new characters, the maidens or whatever, heavenly maidens or something like that. Can't remember exactly the term, but then we have the small one, the icy one, and then the Amazoness, who is very much into other women like that. It's like, and of course it would be Lucy, the one that she doesn't want it to work on. Yeah, again, I wanted to know what the Japanese translation of that line was, because I'm pretty sure they would use something different than like honey trap or like honeypot or something like that. So we had Spiria and concept enchantment. Again, it's one of those things where it's like just introduced for the new season, and it's like never been mentioned before, but it's like Irene knew about it, so it's like, and it's never coming into play this entire time, but that's because it's a new series. So we have Yoko, we have Hakune, and then there's that other one. I think the one that I didn't get, the immovable thing, the movable woman. Yeah, it's like I just knew something was going to happen that entire scene when like Gray and Natsu were held captive because they didn't see the others. So all the others got turned partly into yokai. And again, it's just like, Wendy. It's like they could have done something different, but again, it's just like, almost insulting to like Wendy's strength, just being a cat girl. And of course, then Happy and Carla get turned into like giant, like saber-tooth or like giant tigers, giant cats, lions, whatever they are. So that's funny. So we need to know what happened to Urza, and then Toka and Ferris are going to see Ferris's white tribe, I guess, for lack of a better term. Selene is just in it for the entertainment. If she thinks she'll get some enjoyment out of it, she'll do it, just because. Kind of a slave to her emotions or her whimsies. Long-term planning, just do whatever is entertaining. Of course, obviously she has some sort of entertainment or like long-term planning. And again, like they said, or like she said, when it does fit, because like every time we've seen dragons in human form, they don't have a lot of clothing or like good clothing on. Because we had Irene, very much scraps. Acnologia basically just has some trousers and a cloak on. And then now we have Selene with the dress that is barely on. Yeah, so I guess that does fit. And then of course we have like Natsu now lately is just only in trousers or pants. Yeah, and then it's just they got turned into the fairy tale. Like at least Happy, Carla, Wendy, and Lucy got turned into part yokais, part spirit demons, spirits. And they're separate from the celestial spirits. Again, that's another differentiation, like subtypes. And I hate how it's like they're just like, yeah, the spirits are weak because the caster is weak. And it's like we already knew that, kind of, because the strength of the spirit is dependent on its summoner. But it's just like, also, it's just hammering in Lucy's insecurity again. And I hate that because she's gotten much better. It's just, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. She always gets the worst opponents for herself. She always gets like the worst opponents to match up against. Every single time. Always has like the worst opponents. For her personally or for her magic, you know? It's just so infuriating because she could be so much better. It's just, yeah, and then classic Lucy complaint there. It's like, oh, Lucy's so weak. It's like she doesn't do anything. It's like, no, she just has like all the bad opponents. But Aquarius popped up. I was not expecting the Aquarius bit. So she sounds a bit different, but it also could be the fact that she's not like shouting or like being super condescending. So that could change a person's tone, you know? Yeah, so gonna have that later on. Hopefully she'll fix Lucy's. I don't know what she was transformed into. I'm just going to say like a lamia kind of thing, sea serpent thing. I also liked her eyes, though, the eyes. And in this case, I definitely was actually looking at her eyes because they had like the slittedness and they also had like the little lines around them, kind of slightly different, you know? Different than like a normal iris. Because normally anime eyes are different. I mean, obviously they're different from human eyes, like real life eyes. But these were like drawn differently, where like they had the iris kind of like as lines around the pupil, rather than kind of like a solid color, or they kind of have like the shading underneath, you know? So that, again, this was actually one of those cases where I was looking at her eyes. And then, it's like, why Wendy as a cat? Could have been something else, but it's just like another cat girl thing. It's like, I know they do that, but it's just like, but yeah, this is just, again, going back to like the emotional aspect of it, it's just like, I just hate the mind control literally they got turned into like creatures. That's another thing that annoys me. It's just like they got, also I hate how Urza and Wendy got beaten so quickly. And that's another thing with Fairy Tail, where it's like, whenever they face new opponents like this, they get beaten super easily the first time, but then they have that kind of figure it out moment later on during the rematch, or like rematches in some cases. And that's another trend that kind of gets annoying, but I guess it does make sense, where it's like, if you're not familiar with somebody's fighting style, like their magic or spirit arts in this case, then you don't know how to exactly counter it, and then you get taken off guard, and then you can beat them afterwards. But then that's just kind of like the whole thing, where it's like, if you get beaten, you usually go down the first time, and then there's some sort of contrivance at the worst, if you could call it that, where they let them live, or it's just like something interferes in the fight, you know? I shouldn't say contrivance, but I can't think of another word for it. But I am enjoying this so far. Again, things are moving pretty quickly. It's like we're on episode 21 and a lot has happened. It's like each episode has so much crammed into it, more or less, that stuff happens. But then you get those weird episodes where like there's a whole episode, but not a lot happens, you know? So it's just like, it's that balancing issue that kind of is a little wonky sometimes. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure there's more I'm going to have to say later. Maybe, oh yeah, it's like, are Natsu and everybody else like on the moon now, like in the moon dungeon or something like that? Or are they like underneath the mountain that the Selene's taken over? Yeah, I need to stop talking because my throat is starting to act up. Even though it's been like over 2 weeks now since I've been sick. You know how sicknesses are. It's like you're sick and then you have a cough that just does not go away. All right, so I'm going to end this here. It's been over an hour of me recording this. Hopefully I've cut this down. I mean, obviously I do. I cut out weird pauses or like me looking things over. And some of the that I say, case in point. If you pay attention, I do try to cut out. I try to avoid doing like or like common phrasing, or it's like I find things interesting, just basic descriptions. I try to use the extensive vocabulary of the English language, even though earlier I said English is hard, and try to say something like other descriptions or say other things of like find it interesting or like find it fascinating, because I do watch other reactors, and a lot of people have that habit where they have like the same couple of sayings, and I know I fall into that, where it's like they have the same couple of sayings that they have for the entire, like whenever they're recording, and or like vocal tics, you could say. I need to stop soon. But they have those vocal tics, things that they say over and over again, and I try to be self-conscious about that, and say different things, change it up, be thoughtful with my words, try to think before I talk. But as with everything, it just comes out how it comes out sometimes. And yeah, I try to keep it up, and then I cut out some of the pauses and the like I said. So it shortens it down, and also it saves a little bit of data space, because these do take up a lot of gigabytes on my computer, because I do a unedited and edited version of these, and each one averages out to about like 3 to 4 gigabytes. And if I do that for each episode, that takes up a lot of space. So I need to cut out as much as I can. All right. Anyway, after all that, this has been Orange Galen. Like, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more, hit the notification for when I upload. And I shall see you all later.
猫、僕が今から言う文章を復唱しろ。斜め77度の並びで、泣く泣くいななく7半7台、難なく並べて長々め。
斜め77度の並びで、にゃくにゃくいにゃにゃく7半7台、にゃんにゃく並べてにゃがにゃがめ。